Hi, welcome. I'm Candy Michael, and welcome to my fun fall or fall fun little project that I'm going to show you today. Either way, it's fall, and this is going to be fun. Thanks for joining me. I have a website, candystampers.com, and I do have a host code for this month, for the month of October. If you'd like to place an order, you can go to candystampers.com and find the link there to place orders. Again, thanks for joining me. I'm super excited about this project because yesterday I took my niece and a good friend of mine, and we decided to go and find some covered bridges here in Ohio as the leaves are all changing and fall is just the beautiful time of the year. So Allison had never seen any covered bridges, and I actually had always wanted to go and photograph some. So we took and had our own little adventure. It was really fun, and we got some great pictures. So I thought that inspired me for my live this week because it's fall. I thought I'd go ahead and use the Sweet Silhouettes die, the die set. And I might do a tiny bit of stamping on one of these. This will be kind of a quicker project that I'm going to do today. But I am using the tree and the word adventure out of this die set to create my card. So I'm excited to show you, and I hope you will go get some fun fall pictures and get them off your camera and make one of these cards. They're really, really darling. So, all right, let me get started on this. Put all my pieces to the side. So I'm using some of our designer series paper, and right now through the month of October, through the end of the month, Stampin' Up! Has, hi Karen, hi Michelle. Stampin' Up! Has some of our designer papers that are on sale. They're 15% off, and this Gilded Autumn Specialty designer paper is one of them. So funny enough, I'm actually using one of the very simplified pieces that's in there because I only needed a small little strip, and I didn't want it to be too colorful to take away from my photograph. But I just decided that this was perfect for me to use. So that's the one that I chose. Let me grab this over here too. Also, I wanted to let you know that this paper color is the Bumblebee. And I've had several people ask me about the Bumblebee versus the Curry color. And I don't know, I'm going to hold it up to the camera. It's actually kind of hard to see. The Curry paper is a little more bright. It's a little brighter than the Bumblebee. So the Bumblebee seems to be a little more muted. And for this project, I did go with the Bumblebee because it was perfect for what I wanted to use. So I die cut out a couple of the trees so that I could have that done ahead of time. This die is awesome, but it does take a little bit of picking it apart once you die cut it through, and I didn't want to spend the time doing that. So I just went ahead and die cut them and had them ready for us so that I can show you and focus on that. So my very first project, well, they're both going to be the same. So I'm going to make two cards. I'm just going to change them up a little bit so you get a couple different ideas. That seems to make it a little bit easier for us all. And then it makes you come out with your own creative juices and think of something to do for yourself too. Okay, so this is what my bottom piece looks like, and it looks like I forgot to cut this off here. So here are my score marks. It is cut at 4 1/4 by 10.5 inches long. So cut at 4 1/4 wide, 10.5 inches long. Then we're going to score it. Oops, make sure that's in the camera, sorry. And then we're going to score it at 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 4 1/4, 6, and 8 1/4. And let me cut this little piece off here at 10 1/2. Sorry, thought I had that done ahead of time. So I'm going to go ahead and score, and I have my little markers out so I'll know exactly where to go. This score tool, I'm telling you, I use it every single day, and it is the best. If you don't have one, we have these in the catalog. And also they have a little tool area up here so you can put your stylus in there when you're done so you don't lose it. I normally store mine standing straight up, and so I don't want the stylus to fall off. Unfortunately, we don't have the markers anymore, but I do have some. If you're interested, let me know. I might have a few extra for you, so just send me a comment there. All right, so let me put this template out again. It's 4 1/4, 10 1/2, scored at 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 4 1/4, 6, and 8 1/4. You guys are not going to believe what this is going to look like. It's super fun. I am actually cleaning out my studio that I rent here, and I am going to be moving my studio back to my house. And I'm actually really excited about it. I don't see it as a bad thing. I see it as a great thing because I am just so blessed to be able to have the space at home as well. And I'm really, really excited. But I'm telling you this because I'm going through a lot of my old cards and things like that I've had in boxes. And oh my gosh, I am getting so much inspiration for doing Facebook Lives. I now have a whole stack of ideas for the next months or weeks coming up to share with you guys, because some of what's old is new again, right? So bear with me. It's going to be great. All right. So with this, we want this piece down. So you're just going to fold these back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then you want to make sure you get a good crease. So I'm going to go over each one of these, and with my handy dandy bone folder, another awesome tool from Stampin' Up, and make sure those creases are done really nicely. Okay, this is actually how it's going to stand. There are no eighths. You know why, Casey? Because I actually changed it and made it all quarter cuts because I thought about you. Isn't that too funny? Hi, Deb. It was a lot of different, just off by an eighth. And I went, nope, I'm going to make it all quarter cut. So woohoo. Thanks, Casey, for that inspiration. Hey, Sarah. Okay, so here is what the base of my card is going to look like. Here's what the base of my card is going to look like. Sorry, when I gave a shout out to Sarah, it thought I said, the phone's name. Oh my gosh. So she kind of came on there saying, can I help you? Oh Lord. Okay. So here's what it's going to look like as the base. I am now going to use my little tree. And on this project, I want to make sure that I cut it down just a little bit. So I'm going to cut it I want to cut it flat, but I'm going to cut it almost to where that piece comes together. So this is going to go all the way down and be tucked in there and get glued. Now, the reason I did it like that is because I want to make sure, I brought out an envelope. I want to make sure that this will actually fit in an envelope. And it should. I may have to take just a little bit more off of there. And we just want to make sure that our envelope is going to be able to close. So putting that in there, and it will get glued. Look at that. See, now it's going to all fit in the envelope very nice and neatly. If you decide you want to make this and send it to somebody, make their day. So we're going to glue this little guy down, and I don't want to put too much because you'll see a lot of it is sticking out over the top. So we don't want it a ooey gooey mess. No ooey gooey messes. And then I'm just going to simply put this on here. Nice. Oops. Speaking of ooey gooey messes. Well, I can go back and take that off. I guess I put a little too much glue. That's all right. I won't glue it together. So again, once I glued that down, I just want to make sure it's going to fit, and bingo, it's going to fit. Okay, so I was telling you that yesterday I took my niece and we went looking for some covered bridges, and oh my gosh, we had like a short amount of time before the sun went down, and I think we saw 4 of them down in the Pickerington area. So it was pretty cool. So this picture is one of the ones I took, and I'm laughing because you can't even see the top of the bridge, but that's all right. For this project, this is going to be perfect. So I thought I'd make this and send it to my brother because this is his little baby girl, and that he would enjoy getting this card of his daughter at her first covered bridge. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this together. This is Cajun Craze on the background. The base of my card, by the way, is Early Espresso. Forgot to mention that. And we'll glue Allison right onto the Cajun Craze. So these are just the back one is just one of the circle dies, and the front one is actually the stitched shape die in the circle. So Allison is going to get glued on right here, right in the middle. So you guys, I'm always telling you, get those pictures off your phone and print them and make some fun stuff. Who doesn't love getting pictures? I know I do. And I love taking them because I take a gazillion, but that's all right. They are so much fun to send and to make fun projects. And don't they just bring a smile to your face? All right, so here we're going to do this. And this is going to be, I know you can't really see it that way, but I'll move my camera down and show you in just a second. So I was telling you I used that Designer Series paper, and I just cut a piece. It's an inch wide by 4 inches long, and I just wanted to put a little piece across the front. Now the next thing I did was I used the die that says Adventure, and that is in the in this Sweet Silhouette set. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. And it's just so cute. This is going to be nice like on top of a desk or even on top of your computer. So Stampin' Up! Has, I know I talked about it last week, but you might be new tuning in here today. So let me tell you again. And what I did was, this is a piece of our adhesive sheets. So Stampin' Up! Has this packet of adhesive sheets that you can purchase. You get 10 of them, and they're 6 inches by 12 inches. You guys, this is a lot of sticker sheets because most of the time you just need a little piece. So this will go a long way, and you're going to be so thrilled that you have something like this to make your life easier. So what you would do is you would take your die and, of course, cut side down, and you would, first of all, you would take this piece and put it on a scrap of your paper that you want. So I'm going to use vanilla. And of course, I didn't bring a piece over. Here's one. I'm going to use a piece of vanilla. Let me cut this off here. And just a scrap. And then what I would do is put my sticker sheet right over the top. Now, it is very sticky. And if you're going to run it through your Big Shot, you don't want this to be wider than your scrap piece. So I will cut that down. You don't want to have the stickiness get all over your plates. So you just need to cover it, and I do try to cut it smaller than I would normally want. Again, so we don't get that sticky everywhere. And then pull this off. Easier said than done, right? Okay, come on. Come on, I want to make a sticker out of you. Shouldn't have cut it off because it was right at the edge. Oh, Lord. Okay, so I can just pretend that I already did it. Well, I'm not going to mess with that because I already did do a big sheet. So here's my big sheet that I did do. So I put the sticker down and literally peeled it off, stuck it down onto my cardstock, which it's on the back. Then what I would do, now this is going to be a sticker sheet. So I'm going to take my die, I put it down, and then I would run it through my Stampin' Cut machine. Okay, so once you do that, you're going to have, of course it won't come apart. You're going to have your little piece here that cuts out very nicely, but now it's a sticker. So again, I'm going to try to get, look at that. Now it's going to help me here. And you're just going to pull that backing off. Once you've made it a sticker, it is so easy to work with. So now I'm going to just take this, find where I want it, right about there. And then fix that. Now, behind this is going to also be sticky, so I'm going to put in a little leaf because that little whoosh-de-doo here is going to be sticky on the other side. So I can just do something like this to keep it off of my photo. Okay? Something like that. Or I could have even put some powder on the back and it would have, I like to say, destictified it. It will take all the stickiness off. Yes, I have my own language. All right, so here we go. So far, we have a cute little photo. We have a little tree element. And then we have our die cut word that says adventure. So next I'm going to pull out our punches. And these do go with one of our fall stamp sets. It's a bundle. Beautiful Autumn, I believe is the name. Sorry, I didn't write it down. And we also have a little acorn. So we have a couple of leaves, the acorn. And what I'm going to do is stamp the acorn. That is the only stamping I'm going to do. But I'm going to stamp, stamp the acorn and punch that out. I'm using a little piece of craft cardstock. I'm sorry, crumb cake cardstock. Oh my gosh. Craft is a blast from the past. This is crumb cake. There we go. And that is from our darling little beautiful autumn stamp set. And it has all of these little punch stamps. All these little stamps that go along with our punches. I have to stop and just take a deep breath here. Okay. So with that, I can now take and use my little punch out a little acorn just for some fun factor. And then with the leaves, I'm going to punch out a few different colors here with what I've used. So we have some of the bumblebee. We have some, I haven't used any of the olive, but I'm going to add some of the old olive color in just for a little pop of green. And then I'm going to add in a little bit more of the Cajun. So we'll punch some of those. So with this cute little card, all I'm going to do is add a little bit more color. So I want to pop up some leaves. I do have our little dimensionals, and or you can use glue just to put them on, but these are super adorable. So I thought I'd just pop up some leaves, give it a little color. Some of them I will put on with some glue, but for some reason I've been kind of messy with that glue today. Oops, that's not where I want that. I want that one over here, right there. Then I want this one to go over the top. I'll get rid of that big glue glob because I want this to go like right. Nope, we're going to go that direction. Just for some more color. Hi, Dawn. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I think it's super cute. And then I'm probably just going to add a little more, one more little leaf to the front. We can't have too many leaves. And right now with our beautiful fall weather here, you can just punch out leaves and put them everywhere, right? Oh, how about if we go that direction? Look how cute. All right, one more. Nope, I'm leaving it like that, guys. Okay, so that is how simple and cute, except for my little acorn. I need an acorn on here. Sure, why not? Right there. And I am going to put a dimensional on this too. We'll just pop up our little acorn and make it a cute, cute little accent. Not like an accent, but an accent. Hi, Linda. Oh, good. I hope you can watch this. Look at how cute that is, you guys. So now this would sit. Here, I'm going to take this off. You might see my messy desk, but it's all right. I'm going to take this off and show you. Like, isn't that just too adorable? Look how cute. And so that's how it sits. You can put it right in an envelope. It'll fold up flat. And how easy and cute is that? Yay! So I have one more to show you, and same concept, same idea. I just did something a little bit differently with the photograph. I took Allison out. No, just kidding. Although it is just the bridge. I had to say that for her sake. She'll think that's funny. But anyway, so super cute. I just fell in love with this whole idea behind it. So what I did on the next one, we will bring that out and build it together again. So I did my whole scoring already, and I already folded it up. So it's ready to go. Little fan folding, and then use your bone folder because you do want it to have a nice little fold in there. And again, this is going to stand right up. So on this one, I used a little different piece of designer paper. Oh, I didn't bring it over to tell you, but I do know it's on sale. I'll look it up before we say goodbye, and I could tell you what it's called. Somebody else that's on here might know, and they could give me a shout out. But anyway, I'm going to put this on first. I don't know why. I just grab that piece, and sometimes I just go in a willy-nilly order, right? This time, I'm going to use 2 trees. I'm brave. And I already cut the bottoms down because I do want to use 2 of the trees. I'm going to put 2 back here. I needed it to be a little bit bigger. So I thought I would just turn one over, and we're just going to overlap them and give it a little more fullness. Fill it up. All right, so this time I will be very sparing with my glue. Sometimes I get carried away. Just a little bit. And I do want to make sure that I have my envelope template in the background, only because I'm not worried about the height. I'm more worried about the sides. So I'll leave this here because I want to also make sure that my card is going to, oh my goodness, I just made another glue mess. Oh, thank goodness for erasers. So we're going to go ahead and glue that in, and then I'm going to glue down the other tree, and this one will go in backwards. There is somewhat of a front and a back, but it's okay. This is art, and we can make it any way we want. So this is going to somewhat overlap, and you guys, I'm not worried about my glue. I can go back and fix that. So I'm going to put that in, and now I know that the width is going to fit inside my envelope because that's what's underneath here. I like to sometimes on some projects, you really need to have that sitting there so that you can make sure when you're building, it's going to all fit. That way I don't have to go through and prune my trees because they might look funny flat at the top. That was not the look I was going for. Okay, so on this one, I decided to make it a little bit different. So I used 2 trees, and what I did for my photograph was Allison actually took this with her iPhone, and it came out so pretty. She just got the right distance when I was going through and printing out pictures. It was the perfect distance away because I didn't want to put a giant photograph on here. It would have taken up my entire card. But I just thought this was going to be super cute, so I needed a little more trees in the background. And now I'm going to glue this into the middle. So your photographs can actually be a little larger than what you might think. Play with them. Just, cut out, print a picture or 2 off and just put them in there and try it out. See what you come up with. I am all about getting those pictures off your phone and getting them into cards and scrapbook pages and share them, you guys. Everybody loves pictures. Look how cute. So this is going to be the same idea of the last card. I'm going to have it standing up like that. And again, you'll be able to see this here in just a second. I did cut out another adventure word that has my my adhesive sheets on the back, the one that was giving me a bad time earlier. But I'm going to go ahead and peel that off, add it to the front. So the words in this actual die set says inspire, forever, and adventure. And this one I just thought was so perfect because our last minute adventure yesterday was like, hey, what are you doing after work? We should go drive around and look for covered bridges. My niece is going, what? Okay. So I'm going to straighten this out. The nice thing about this adhesive is it will move. It's not, once it's down, it will not, it's not like permanent. It can be once it's down all the way, but what I mean is it's easy to pull off and it's not going to tear my paper. What do you think? So far, so good. I love it. Hi, Carol. Hey, congratulations. I'm super happy for you, woman. Very, very happy. Okay, I punched out some more of my leaves, and I will punch out a couple more because I used some on the other project. So just using some scrap of the Bumblebee cardstock. And again, some of the Cajun Craze and some of the Old Olive. So these punches are so cute. They're just the right size. You could always put, that looks kind of messy. I should have maybe put even the photograph right there. But the other thing you could do is put a circle back there and cover it. And that could be the place that you put your wording, your verbiage when you send a card to somebody. So we'll just pretend that that was my idea at the beginning. And that's what is here, okay? Because my Big Shot, my die cut machine is off to the side right now. So anyway, I didn't realize it would look like that because I did not make a sample, but I would definitely die cut out a giant circle. And then you could even make it flat there and just have a piece or a little square rectangle. And that way you can have your place for your words. Okay, so let's pop on here some little leaves. And again, I love these mini dimensionals. They just make our life so much easier. So on this one, we'll just add a little leaf. We'll add another little leaf. And I like for them to pop off. Now remember, the base of my card here is 4 1/4, but it's going to go in the envelope this way. So I have plenty of room to make it come off the side. Okay, so I can have it hang off or hang over the top, of course, but even off the side here. And then we have some leaves. I can even glue some leaves on up here. Whatever you want. But for now, I'm going to just leave it because I just think this is stinking cute. Do you like it? I hope you like it. I did not put anything on the back here, and it is a little bit sticky, but you can put something, some powder on there and take that stickiness off. It does need one more leaf, but I'm not going to mess with that right now because it's really just the whole concept to show you guys. I just think this is super cute, but you know, I can't just leave it like that. Now I have to cut out that circle because that's going to make me crazy. I want it finished. And then I can show you, here's the other one. The other one doesn't look bad because this one you could put a little rectangle piece there. Let me grab this paper. Don't go anywhere. I'm almost done. I don't have to cut out a circle because I have some scraps here. And I can just cut a rectangle. How perfect is that? So this piece I can put in here for Allison's card, and we can have a little piece to write on. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. Cut this one here. Then we'll have a place for you to write your note. Now, another thing you could do is you could write it on the back here, and then that would be fine too. But I just think this will be so cute. Have a little place for your words. Even if it sticks out, it's all right. And then on this one, I can cut that one way down. And that one will be super cute too. So we're going to do this one at 3 and let's see if that fits. Yes, I like that much better because, oh, I didn't realize the trees would be so messy. This was a scrap stamped on the other side, but it's all good. Look at that. Now I can add some of my leaves back here. See, I knew I had a place for them after I punched them all. There's one there. Then we can add another one here. Look how cute. Now I feel better. Oh, have to have that uneven number, right? So just because, I'm going to put one down there. So I hope you guys like this. It was such a fun idea. And I have to show you what my inspiration was. I was telling you, I'm going through a lot of my boxes, and I found an old card that I pulled out to see what it was. And you guys, this is so cute. Look at this. It was an old stamped card that was sitting in a bin that I had. Lord knows I have some cards from long ago. But look how cute. It's the same card. So you can make just a card using paper and dies. And then there was a note written on the back. So that was my inspiration. What's old is new again. And you can come up with all sorts of fun things. So I hope you can see these well enough in the camera that they make sense as to how they look. But again, let me pull it down. And then I can show you as they sit on a tabletop what they look like before we go. And thanks, Deb. Oh, I see the little hearts. But here's what it looks like. Super cute. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. I am having a sale in my studio on Saturday starting at 10, and it'll go till 3, maybe 4. I will have social distancing guidelines, so I'll have a few people in at a time. I have a ton of stuff, you guys. Paper pumpkin kits that are old and ribbon like crazy. If you love ribbon, you definitely want to shop here because everything is super cheap. And I'm very excited about my move back to my studio. I hope you love these cards. Hey, if you ever want to join Team Candy Stampers, I would love to have you on my team. We are a fun group, a great community of stampers. Love to, and we all have some fun ideas. So thanks for joining me. I hope you love my little adventure cards and the fun fold. And please share with me. I know I got to see Dina share last week with some cute stuff that she did. And I would love to see what you guys come up with. Thank you so much. And we'll tune in next week on, I can't believe it will be October the 21st, but I'll be doing my next live at 4/11 next week. And I hope to see you then for the 411 on another fun stamping project. Thanks, guys. Have a great week. Get out and enjoy the fall foliage. It's beautiful out there. Bye for now.